Good evening and welcome to Quantum Healing Sunday evening with me, Anthea. It's been a while since I've been here, at least 3 months, but I'm back. And hopefully, for those of you that have never seen these readings before, they are from the Sacred Self-Ascension, which is Cards of Clarity by Shira, I think is her name. And no, it isn't, it's Shri, it's Kira. Kira's the name. And she channeled these cards from some amazing benevolence and archangels and ascended and self-ascension cards. And I thank you for joining. Hi, I can't quite see. I'm super hi Leanie, hi Mimi, and hi Catherine. It's great to see you all. So yes, if anybody who doesn't know about these cards, they are amazing cards. Can you hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear? Because I'm coming from a different microphone today, so I'll get on with the card readings. But what I do is basically I found these cards, or they found me in 2016. And hi Christopher. And these cards are really quite remarkable because they're not really attached to. They're not attached to anything dark anyway, that's for sure. But they are just uplifting cards. So what I do is I shuffle the cards, and whichever 3 cards come out are the 3 cards that are given to us collectively across the world. So I just ask for those intentions to be put out there so you can hear me okay. Fantastic. That's really good. So all I ask people to do is to put the hand on the heart and just to take a deep breath and then breathe out. And really, that's just an action to keep grounded, because we're currently in major times of manifestation in so many different ways. What you put out there, you are going to get. Sorry, this is just a new setting, so I've just got to get used to my surroundings a little bit. So I've just dropped my book. I don't normally do that, but I'm going to try and put them out here. If you've got any questions or anything, I'll answer them later, because I don't have my glasses on, so I can't quite see them. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. So you just heard me energizing them and clearing them. And the 3 that come out are going to be the relevant ones that so whichever ones I just kind of like shuffle. But like I said, it's been a while since I've been here. It's about 3 months. So basically I found these cards because I wanted clarity. So these cards are cards of clarity. We've got our first good Father card. And they just help in a gentle way. This isn't a specialist reading. This is just somebody with a pack of cards who's just doing a reading for everybody. I do individual readings if people want an individual one, but I do tend to just to do a free Sunday reading because I just think it's a gift back to humanity, and I think we need some good gifts at this moment in time, especially in terms of raising our energies and our vibrations as we go into this new way of living. There's lots of names that are being called out there. Ascension is one of the biggest ones, but really all we're doing is rebalancing the energies. I mean, we've been living in times that have been quite dark and have been dense, and we're wanting to live in a more higher vibrational energy. So that means that we're going through a transition which they call ascension. So our world is lifting and we're lifting with it. And in order to do that, then we need to keep our vibrations high. So the intentions of this card reading, lots of cards wanting to jump out, is really just to raise our vibrations. So just bear with me, because it seems to be that there seems to be a lot of slowness, which is interesting. The cards aren't jumping out, so this is a reflection of what's going on in the world. Here we go. So we've got 3 cards. Ooh. So some of the cards relate to parts of our bodies. Some of them relate to, like I said, the higher source. I read out from the book I Am Guided, and it's Sacred Self-Ascension Cards of Clarity Guides. So our cards that we've got out is Solar Plexus. So you can see that, the Solar Plexus, and that's number 3. We've also got the benevolent ones, which is the Universal Acceptance. So these cards come through at number 11. Some amazing numbers. And then we've got another number 11, which is Archangel Jophiel. So again, just release anything that you might think about these names, and just have your heart open to hear what messages are being guided to you tonight. I do believe that everybody who hears these messages are meant to be, but take what you want and leave what you don't. So the first one is the self-ascended card number 3, and it is the Solar Plexus. So what we've got is Number 3. Interesting. So the self-ascension, these are self-ascension cards, relate specifically to activating the body and the integration, physical integration. So it says we are dancing on this planet with wonderful bodies that are ever present to support our growth in magical and wonderful ways, even when we may not understand the gift that is being offered to us. This group of cards is representative of the active body and the physical integration of mind, body, and spirit. Use these questions of a physical nature and let them speak to you. Smile, for your body will respond. So when we select these cards, we focus on highlighting the chakras, and we bring our hands to maybe that part of the body. So this is the solar plexus, which is the stomach area. So you can close your eyes and take a deep cleansing breath. And so we're asking to trust this message from the solar plexus, which is abundance is here. How are you claiming it? Are you seeking to manifest, to relieve a fear or a pain? Are you ready to release false expectation and simply allow the unfolding of your true service to come forward? If your center body is knotted up or unable to digest life, then your intentions betray your truth. Let authenticity be your guide as you dedicate yourself to serving the universe by honoring who you are. Then your intentions will align with the abundant riches of the universe and shower you with ease and flow. So it's really interesting because it never ceases to amaze me. This is a really powerful card because many of us are doubting our abilities, and I include myself in that. So I really hear this message for myself. So if you're feeling any knotting up, anything that's going on with your digestive system, and I know that there's a lot of people that are struggling with the digestive system, then it is really very much about being authentic to yourself and being guided by the universe in terms of honouring who we are, because each one of us are carrying that part of the universe, and the clues are there. It's whether or not we're able to take them and to really accept them and to align to our truth, because as we align to our truth, then we do experience a very different kind of world, a world where there is ease and flow and things come a lot easier and we accept things a lot easier. So it really is about how do we adapt to change and really accept our birthright. So that's the self-ascended card. That's the solar plexus. And then we've got number 11, which is the universal acceptance card, which again is another powerful card. This card of the benevolent ones is a card of clarity. So that's the card that we're talking about here. And it says that these beautiful beings were not of this world. They haven't been to this world yet they're lovingly protective of it. They come forth to offer a sacred divine energy. So that energy is the clarity on universal acceptance. There are many undeniable truths in our world. There are also many illusions. You have been on the pathway learning to decipher between the two, and yet there is still a fuzzy boundary at times. Can you fully accept that you are a divine being having a human experience, or is this still more of an esoteric concept rather than a known truth? And it's really interesting because we are not taught about our divine self. That's something that we have to discover. So how far are you on that road of discovery? Because each one of us are just having a human experience. That's all that we're having, but we are divine, but yet our divinity is yet to be really explored and exposed into this world. And this is our time to be able to do that. So many of us, fantastic that we've got the internet, can really begin to connect with people who know that we are divine and that actually our journey has been about how do we uncover that and how do we remember. And that's what these cards do. They help us to remember the truth of who we are. So you are being asked to take the steps to acknowledge and accept that there is more at work than you can or will ever be aware of. Let go of needing to control anything and jump into the sea of love that is waiting for your presence. In the end, what truly is has always been, and you are ready to accept the gift that you are. And again, if you are ready to accept that gift in terms of your divinity, just being part of a community that understand that is really, really important. You know, many of us have been on our own and in isolation, or feeling like we've been in isolation in this dense energy. Now, with the, especially with the, like I said, the dawn of the internet, it means that we can all connect much easier together, so that we can support each other in doing this huge task, which is really shining our light and our divine self, in order to be able to really shift and help to bring about these massive changes that our world needs. So it's really common sense stuff, isn't it? And the last one that we've got is Archangel, is an Archangel Jophiel. And again, like I said, if you've ever heard of Archangel Jophiel from maybe other cards that you've ever done, then just put that information to one side and just hear with your heart what this Archangel has to say to us tonight. Now, there is a reverse on this card, and I always find reading the reverse, I know it's not come out reverse, but I always find reading the reverse can be really powerful. So I'm going to read that out as well. And this Archangel is a card of reassurance. And see, yeah, the 15 Archangel cards were the first group to appear during the formation of this deck. They came forward with great love, joy, and profound clarity. The universal message is clear to offer reassurance. How fantastic is that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the reverse first, because it's always, like I said, it just seems to ring better. It is time to acknowledge that somewhere in the day-to-day, you have simply forgotten how precious you are. And again, this is so true, isn't it? You know, how many of us really recognize how precious we are? Because we don't. Through remembering your own divine, precious beingness, you will begin to see once again that everything around you has done its part to bring you to this moment right now. It is the aha moment, and beauty is yours in all ways to claim. This is incredible, isn't it? It's incredible because it's really resonating with me at this moment in time, and the conversations that we've just been having, especially Catherine knows this one. So beauty is everywhere, and it is time to begin acknowledging this in every moment. A simple way to begin is with the declaration that all is beautiful. All is beauty, sorry. This one step will open a doorway to the greater recognition that every expression of the divine has its own beauty. The key here is every expression, not just those through the filter of this world we deem as beautiful based upon illusionary perception. Call forth and claim your universal mind through seeing the beauty in all. This step along the way will unravel many myths that are trying to hold you in their grip. Perhaps they have their own beauty as well. So beauty is everywhere. All is beauty. And maybe that's something that can be as a bit of an affirmation throughout the week. Because I know it's so difficult, isn't it, to be in a world where we see so much negativity, we see so much things that are wrong, and that we've been taught about those things that are wrong in our illusionary world and our illusionary education, that it sometimes can be very difficult to just, again, be in the moment and to accept that everything is beauty. So maybe that is something that throughout the week, if you lose sight, or if we lose sight for a moment, that we can come back to all is beauty, all is beauty, all is beauty. And another part of that is using the word I love you. You know, because again, many of us can feel as though we forget that. It's not something that we maybe have heard. We're so used to living in harshness. And I think that's what's coming to me really strongly, is that it's time to be gentle on ourselves, and to recognize that the filter of this world has sometimes got us blinded from recognizing the beauty and from recognizing the love. So it's about raising those vibrations. So I hope that that's been a really interesting, it's certainly been interesting for me. So that we have the self-ascension card number 3, which was the solar plexus. So again, you know, put your hand on your stomach and into that place and recognize that abundance is here. How are you claiming it? Are you seeking to manifest or to relieve of pain or fear? Are you ready to release false expectations and simply allow the unfolding of your true service to come forward? If your center body is knotted up, unable to digest life, then your intentions betray your truth. Let authenticity be your guide as you dedicate yourself to serving the universe by honoring who you are. then your intentions will align with the abundant riches of the universe and shower you with ease and flow. So dedicate yourself to you, because you are part of the universe. So if you can honor you, then the alignment will come in. And I say it's about honoring ourselves, and I totally accept that, because it's that difference between doing and being. Many of us have been taught how to do, but it's in the being where we're just being and keeping our vibrations at a level of kindness that the ease and flow happens. And we just have to be open to opportunities in terms of being able to grow and learn, and to just again go with the ease and flow. We then had the benevolent one, number 11, which was the universal acceptance. And that universal acceptance was about the undeniable truth in this world that there are many illusions, and that you have been on a pathway learning to decipher between the two. Absolutely. So if you have come up against a lot of adversity, a lot of negativity, and I include myself, I'm quite, really, this just sings masses to me, then it says that, you know, we're deciphering between the two. There's still a fuzzy boundary, but can we fully accept that we are divine being having a human experience? That's what we are. Or is this more of an esoteric concept rather than a known truth? You're being asked to take the steps to acknowledge and accept that there is more at work than you can or will ever know, and be aware of. Let go of needing to control anything and jump into the sea of love that is waiting for your presence. How lovely. And in the end, what truly is has always been, and you are ready to accept the gift that you are. And the last card, which is the Archangel card. And remember, the benevolent one was a clarity card. The Archangels is a reassurance card, and that is Jophiel. Beauty is everywhere, and it is time to begin acknowledging this in every moment. A simple way to begin is with the declaration, all is beauty. This one step will open a doorway to greater recognition that every expression of the divine has its own beauty. The key here is every expression, not just those through the filter of this world we deem as beautiful based upon an illusionary perceptive. Call forth and claim your universal mind through seeing the beauty in all. This step along the way will unravel many myths that are trying to hold you in their grip. Perhaps they have their beauty as well. And then the last bit of that, which is the reverse card, is the same card. It's time to acknowledge that somewhere in day to day, you have simply forgotten how precious you are. Through remembering your own divine precious beingness, you will begin to see once again that everything around you has done its part to bring you to this moment right now. It is the aha moment, and beauty is yours in all ways to claim. Thank you so much for listening in tonight. I can see you've got some comments there. I will be writing back to you. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back next Saturday with Soul Food Top Up at 11:11 on Saturday, all being well, and that's UK time. And Sunday at 8 o'clock UK time, I'll be back here again with the quantum healing, which is a universal message for everybody. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you got something from it. And please remember just to put your hands on your heart when you're feeling a moment of maybe wobbliness throughout the week, or maybe a bit of negativity, or whatever it is. It's perfectly fine. Just accept it, release it, let it go. Thank you so much. Love to all of you. Love you all. It's great to be back. Bye bye.